A return to in-person classes this year in high schools across Alberta has had a lot of positives. It also seems to have increased stress levels drastically.
And in particular, we've noticed that the younger you are, the more likely it is that the mental health issues will have been exaggerated during COVID. High school kids in particular have experienced a lot of mental health distress, anxiety, depression, and those kinds of things.
And those stress levels are spilling outside the classroom into the world.
Like my mom, she gets worried whenever I'm out, like past like 7 or 8, because that's when it gets dark, because that's when the real sketchy things happen. And I've seen it and counted it.
Johannes is a student at St. Francis High School. Just a few weeks ago, his classmate Jala Korjal was killed in a shooting off campus. Johannes says his parents worry.
I haven't actually gotten physical, but ever since what happened about jail, because that happened right behind my house, literally, and that made my mom really scared.
The incident with Jal is not an isolated event. In Edmonton, a young student was stabbed to death, and in St. Paul, another student was taken to hospital with stab wounds. In order to prevent this, teachers and family need to be informed about their child's mental health.
The first line of defense, obviously, is family. Do families recognize something unusual is happening with their kids? And then the second line of defense is schools. High schools and that teachers pick up an enormous amount of information just by dealing with kids in the schools.
As King says, something big is happening, and we all have to try to figure out what it is. For St. Newsfile, I'm Jaron Fisher.